Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm showing you everything that's been added, changed and fixed in Minecraft Snapshot 23w04a. As if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft 1.20 videos in the future. And so this video is also a live stream at the same time, which means there's no editing in it, but it also means you get to see this as soon as possible. And so this new snapshot has an amazing new feature. It's called armor trims. And so this is a decorative feature you can add to all your pre-existing armor to make it look a whole lot better. And so what you need to get this snapshot, of course, just go into the launcher and join the snapshot. But make sure you activate the experimental data pack when you go into a world, because otherwise you won't see these new features, including these beautiful 12 smithing templates you can see right here in my inventory. So this snapshot is called Need a Trim. Tuesday is a new Wednesday. It's indeed a Tuesday. So apparently they had something going on tomorrow, which is why the snapshot released today instead of tomorrow. And so, first of all, there's a small change in this snapshot, which is that enchantment glint on items and armor is now a little bit more subtle. But alright, we'll go into the more interesting features here. So this is an experimental feature, which means it's going to be added to Minecraft 1.20 and not Minecraft 1.19.4. And so they say they added a new armor trimming system to visually customize your armor. They've added these smithing templates we can see here. And they've also redesigned the smithing table. So we can open this up and see that it's quite different now. So this is what the smithing table now looks like. There is this room for the smithing template. There's room for a die for the armor. And also for the output, of course. And here you can see a preview of what this is going to look like. We'll get to this in a second. And so then they've also changed how to craft netherite equipment, which we'll get to later on in this video. Let's just start with these smithing templates you can see in my hotbar right here. So all of them say smithing template applies to diamond equipment, ingredients, netherite ingot. This applies to any type of armor, ingredients, ingot, and crystal. And so that's all of these different options. So these are all the same. All armor and ingots and crystal. This one is the only different one. This one only applies to diamond armor and is ingredient netherite ingot. And this is actually how you make netherite armor now. You need to use this template right here. The other ones are for the armor trims. So this one's called Sentry Armor Trim, Dune Armor, Coast, Snout, Rib, Wild, Spire, Ward, Eye, Tide, and also Vex is right there. So the smithing tables have been redesigned into a workstation for physical equipment upgrades and modifications. Alongside slots for combining a piece of equipment and material, there is now a required slot for an item called the smithing template. And so this defines what type of upgrade you'll be making to equipment. So it specifies both the type of item you can upgrade and which ingredients are valid to customize the upgrade, which are the two things you can see here in the description of these items. And so there's either armor trim or netherite upgrade. So these are the armor trims, and this is netherite upgrade. You can see that netherite upgrade applies to diamond equipment. All right. And so the smithing templates are consumed when used to upgrade an item in the smithing table. And you can craft a copy of a smithing template in a crafting table with 7 diamonds plus 1 block of the material that the template is made out of, plus 1 smithing template, which will output 2 of the same smithing templates. Alright, that's a lot of information. Let's see how that works in practice. So we'll grab a crafting table and see how that is done. So here we go. So this is what it will look like. So we have the snout armor trim. And to copy it, what you need is 7 diamonds, a piece of blackstone, and one of those templates. And so then you can use one of them, and then you'll still have 1 left. So these are renewable in that way. If you have 1, you can make an infinite amount of them if you wanted to. So the snout one requires blackstone, the wild one requires mossy cobblestone, the spire requires a purple block, the sentry one requires cobblestone, the tide requires prismarine, the rib requires netherrack, the smithing upgrade also requires netherrack, the eye one requires endstone, the ward requires cobble deep slate, vex cobblestone, the dune one sandstone, and finally the coast one requires cobblestone to copy. And so now we will move over to the armor trims first. Let's do that. So you can, or no, let's actually do the netherite equipment first because that's maybe less interesting, and we'll move over to the more interesting one right after. So netherite equipment now requires the netherite upgrade smithing template, this item right here. And this can be found in Bastion Remnant chests, and there's a guarantee of 2 of these in every treasure room Bastion Remnant. So this means if you want to make netherite armor, you're gonna have to visit a Bastion Remnant to get a Bastion a Bastion Remnant structure to find one of these items. And then afterwards, of course, you can go into the smithing table, and then we'll grab some diamond armor, for example, a chest plate, and we'll also grab the netherite ingot, of course, you still need that, which is still crafted in the same way. Then we put in the netherite, or the smithing template right here, and we can see we put in either a piece of armor, or a tool, or a weapon right there in this slot, and then a netherite ingot right here, and that's how you now create the netherite armor. And so this will consume all of these 3 different items, but you can luckily craft more of these smithing templates using a couple of pieces of diamond. We can take it out, and there we go. Now we have our netherite chest plate. That's how that now works. And now we'll move over to the armor trims. All armor is viable for trims except for leather armor. Alright, so we can have all of these different types of armor and add trims to them. So it's chainmail, iron, but we also have, for example, gold. And there's diamond, netherite. And I mean, I don't assume that's gonna work for the turtle shell, but we'll test it out in a second. But it won't work on leather armor. That's something we know. And so all armor trims are purely visual, no gameplay benefits at all. And they can only be applied to the helmets, leggings, boots, and chest plates, not any other items. And so they're visible on both the item icon. Right. Oh, that's the smithing table gone. So all trim patterns are visually the same on an armor's item. So what this means is that if we can apply, for example, let's say we apply the snout one to the diamond chest plate, and we add a piece of dye, which is our 3rd thing. And we don't have any dyes at the moment, so let me grab some gold. So the different dyes are gold, iron, copper, netherite, quartz, redstone, lapis, diamonds, emeralds, all of these different types of stones or metals, or crystals. Amethyst crystals also work. Let's say we put the coast one with a gold ingot on the diamond armor, and then we can see the preview right here. And we can take it out. Let me quickly grab these as well, so we can redo a couple of these. As you can see that this diamond chestplate now is an upgrade coast armor trim with gold material, like this. And so now if we put in a different one, so let's say a rib, like this, with the diamond armor and again gold. On here, the item will look exactly the same, but if you put it on, then it will look quite different. And also this text here is different as well. It's rib armor trim with gold material. Here it looks the same, but we can put it on and we'll see it looks quite different actually. So there's the coast one, and here is the rib one. Looks something like this. I won't have time to go through all of the different combinations, of course. We'll go through all the different templates in this video at least. Alright, so you can just hover over it in your inventory to check which type of trim the item has. And so now, of course, how do you find all of these different templates? Well, you can find them in all of the different structures throughout your world. So first of all, we have the Sentry one, which is this one. This one you can find inside of Pillager Outpost chests. The Dune one, which is this one, you can find inside of the Desert Pyramid. The Coast one, this one over here, you can find inside of Shipwrecks. The Wild one you can find in Jungle Temples. The Tide in Ocean Monument. The Ward one, which is this one, you can find inside of the Ancient City, so where the Warden resides, of course. The Vex one you can find in the Wooded Mansion, makes sense. The Rib you can find inside of a Nether Fortress. Then there is the Snout one, which is the Snout. Where's the Snout? Right here, up here. I forgot where I was. The Snout one you can find in the Bastion Remnant, along with, of course, the one for upgrading your diamond armor to netherite armor. Then there's the Eye template, which is, let's see, this one right over here. You can find it inside of the Stronghold. And finally, there's the Spire template. You can find it in the End City. So those are the 11 different templates. You can find them in all the different structures around your game. And so they found in the chests in their respective structure, except for the Ocean Monument. Apparently, Elder Guardians will be able to drop this Tide template when they die. And it's only sometimes you'll have to maybe kill a couple of these Elder Guardians before you get the Tide smithing template. And so apparently some of these will also be rarer than others, which means you might have to go through a couple of structures before you find one of these templates. We don't know the exact probabilities just yet. And so an armor trim has two properties, a pattern and a material. So the pattern is determined by the smithing template, and then the material is determined by what other item you put inside of the smithing table. So let's quickly go through the different items we can use there. Let's put all of this in our inventory, very nicely and organized. So you can use iron ingots, copper ingots, gold ingots, lapis lazuli, emeralds, diamonds, netherite, right there, and also redstone, amethyst, and quartz. There we go, and then grab redstone as well. So those are the different materials you can use to add the trims to your armor. There we go. So let's see how this works. And so armor cannot have the same material applied to it as it's made of. So for example, if we have a golden chestplate, wait, let me first put in, for example, the spire one. And we have a golden chestplate, we cannot add a gold ingot to it. That just doesn't work. Your item cannot be upgraded in this way. It has to be a different type of material. So for example, we can put in the amethyst shard. We can see nicely the preview up here. There's the quartz one. It's just a different color depending on which material you put in there. As you can see right here. That is just a different material. And we can't use that, of course. So now let's quickly take a look at the... I think this will be easiest. So at the different patterns. So let's make sure you can see the pattern up here. So this is the spire pattern, but let's go through all of them one by one. So here's the snout pattern. This is the ward pattern. Looks like a warden on your chest. There's the rib pattern, which looks like ribs. There's the dune pattern, which has a nice pattern like that. There's wild. Looks like this. Tide is this one right here. Coast, we already saw before. It's this one. Century is this pattern. Quite subtle, actually. There's eye. Wow. That's a nice one. And then there's also Vex. That's a nice one as well. So those are all the different types of patterns. And you can also apply them to chainmail, apparently, which looks quite strange here, I think. But it's possible. And apparently also the turtle shell works. But yeah, green doesn't really make sense here. So let's do blue. Yeah, this also works for the turtle shell, which is something I didn't expect. But it definitely works. But it doesn't work for leather armor. You can see we can't put leather armor inside of here. But the turtle shell is perfectly fine. There it is. We have a beautiful upgraded turtle shell. Amazing. And so, of course, you can, well, look around for yourself. Try all of these different things for yourself. Because there are so many different patterns and so many different customizations you can use here. I really can't show off everything here in this video. That would be pretty much impossible. We'll quickly make a cool armor set. So let's grab some golden boots. There we go. And let's add some of the patterns to these. So I think what I want is one of these nice eye patterns on my chest plate. I think that one looks the best. Let's make it with emerald maybe. Yeah, there we go. I like that. And we'll use maybe the netherite leggings. And put in something else in the netherite leggings. That's quite nice. Of course, the different patterns are different for all different armor pieces as well. So you can test that out for yourself as well. Maybe do amethyst. Yeah, sure. And then, let's see. This is a nice pattern. Yeah, this is nice. And I will grab some boots as well. Let's see which pattern we like the best here. We'll go through a couple of them. See if there's anything that jumps out. Ooh, it looks like sunglasses. Yeah, sure. Why not? And let's maybe do a diamond. Yeah, that's quite nice. So then we just need... Well, we have a helmet right here. So we can put on our armor set and see what it looks like. There we go. So this is what our armor set with the trims looks like. Yes, this turtle shell works perfectly for my skin. It is not awkward at all. I'm not seeing anything. But yeah, this is the main addition in this new Snapshot 23w04a. There's also quite a lot of technical changes regarding this new armor trim system. You can read through these patch notes that I'll leave in the description down below. There's lots of information on the different trim materials, trim patterns, and new stuff you can add there. And there's also a couple of bug fixes, which I don't think are too interesting here. Apart from that, yeah, all goat horns were ponder. Now the goat horns are different again. Whew, that's nice at least. But anyway, there we go. That is, everything has been added, changed, and fixed in Minecraft Snapshot 23w04a. If you enjoyed this video, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft 1.20 updates in the future. I want to thank my tier 3 member, the Smikkelaar. Thank you for becoming a tier 3 member. But anyway, there we go. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope to see you all in the next ones. Until then, bye bye.